Hey Cameron, I would love to be your brainstorming machine for 5 different screenplay ideas. Unfortunately, the sound got messed up at the beginning part of this video because of the wind, so I'm doing bad voiceover, but the rest of it should be okay. I've got my Air Force dads on. We are ready to go. This one is a comedy. There's 2 people that are getting married, and the bride wants birds to be released at the wedding. However, this bride, not specific on what birds. The person who's responsible for getting the birds is kind of her doofus brother, so he goes and he gets birds. The problem is she wanted doves. That's what was in her mind. A pretty standard thing if you're wanting to release birds at a wedding. But he comes and he brings a trailer full of ostriches and emus. Emus? Are we in Australia or are we here in America? So he releases this trailer full of ostriches and emu-mews, and they just wreak absolute havoc all over the whole wedding. They knock over all the tables, they tear down all the decorations, and then they just run loose into the city. So that's my comedy idea, which I think is a pretty good comedy unless you're actively trying to plan a wedding. So next idea, this one's a tragedy. So for this one, there is a person, they're in their house and they go into their bathroom and they take showers every day. Seems pretty normal. In the bathroom, there is a spider, a tiny, adorable jumping spider that hides behind the stuff on their sink because it's afraid of being seen. This jumping spider thinks that this person's voice is absolutely beautiful as they sing in the shower every day. So this jumping spider just listens to them week after week after week, and it's like, man, I really need to do something to be able to try to pay this person back for all of this beautiful singing. And they're like, I know what I could do. I could just make sure that I rid their home of all flying bugs. So every time they see a flying bug, a mosquito, they're like, these things spread all kinds of disease to these humans. I'm gonna make sure I take out the mosquito. I'm not gonna eat it, but I'm for sure gonna make sure that it doesn't bite them. Anyway, so this jumping spider thinks that it's doing a really, really good thing for this person. It thinks at this point, it's like, I think we could really be friends. I really like this person. They seem really cool. I love their singing voice. I've been trying to help them out by doing chores around their house. Let me just try to come out and say hi. So the person gets out of the shower. She's drying her hair. She looks over at the sink, and there on the sink is this adorable little jumping spider. It's got the brightest eyes, it's got a twinkle in them, and it reaches its little arms up like jumping spiders do, and it says, please, I would like to be friends. And she shrieks and smacks it. The end. Next idea, it's Freaky Friday. The 2 people that this is going to happen to is Joe Biden and Donald Trump, and it happens on Election Day in November. And the kicker is they can only switch back to their proper bodies after one of them accepted the presidency, and the other one has conceded the election. And in this particular election, for maximum funniness, Donald Trump happens to win. Now, here's the problem. Donald Trump wins. Joe Biden recognizes that he's in Donald Trump's body, and he doesn't want Donald Trump to win. So he refuses to accept the election results, even though he won, saying that the election was fraudulent. And then Donald Trump is in Joe Biden's body, and you'd think Donald Trump won. Of course, he's going to say, oh, well, I lost because I'm Joe Biden. And then they're going to switch back and he's going to get to be in his own body. But here's the kicker. It turns out Donald Trump just cannot admit defeat, even if he's in the body of his competitor and admitting defeat for them. Because the rule is he cannot talk about Donald Trump. He has to say, I or we lost the election and my opponent has won. Can't be like, well, Donald Trump won and he's okay because he's saying his own name. No. He has to say, we lost this election, we had a good fight, and it turns out he is just physically incapable of saying those words. So they forever are stuck in each other's bodies and we don't have a president. My phone died, so I'm back at home now. The next idea that I had is for a marketing student that's going to be basically interning at an ad agency. When he's at the ad agency, he needs to make a commercial for a lawyer. What he wants to do, he has all these ideas to be able to make a very good commercial and be able to do it very professionally. Basically just a high quality commercial to be able to use a lot of the learning that he's had through school. He just gets wildly frustrated because the lawyer is absolutely insistent on making the damn thing as corny as possible. All right, Cameron, and then my last idea, Godzilla, but Godzilla is a human toddler at Godzilla size that starts off happy at the beginning, a little happy, sitting down, reading a book or something. Then just gets up, temper tantrum, destroying buildings, knocking things over, just smacking stuff, all angry. More destruction than Godzilla. And then at the end, maybe Godzilla comes around a corner and sees the human toddler just knocking over skyscrapers and goes, that's a lot, and just turns and leaves.